1.0 Introduction. 1.1 Digital Information. According to techterm.com, digital information is a type of information stored using a series of 1 and zeros. It is the most commonly used method of storing and reading data, as it can be copied, edited, and moved out without losing any quality. Electronic information in digital form is called digital information. Electronic information may be analog or digital, where digital information is entirely digital. In other words, digital information is not necessarily digital. Computers are digital machines because they can read information as on or off. The binary system is a computer method that is capable of representing large amount of data. According to Webopedia, digital information is a system based on discontinuous data or occurrences. Computers work with digital data, which necessitates of use of analogy to digital converters to transform analog signal to digital signals that can be read.
The quality issue in the management of digital information is the data inaccuracy. There are many sources of data inaccuracies of each contribute its part to the total data quality problem. Having highly accurate data requires attention to all sources of inaccuracies and appropriate responses and tools for each. There are 4 general areas where inaccuracies occur, but the first 3 cause inaccuracies in data within the databases, and the 4th area causes inaccuracies in the information products produced from the data. Firstly, inaccurate data can happen because of an initial data entry. The most common source of a data inaccuracy is that the person entering the data discipline makes a mistake. A lot of data entry, we can do with a poem. A person completes a poem, it's on a piece of paper or on a computer screen. Form design has a lot to do with the amount of inaccurate data that ends up in the database. Secondly, inaccurate data can also happen because of the null problem. A special problem occurs in the data entry when the information called for is not available. The data element has a value, an indicator that the value is not known or indicator that no value exists or is applicable for this element in this record. Thirdly, data inaccuracies happen because of the deliberate errors. Deliberate errors are those that occur when the person enters a wrong value on purpose. There are 3 reasons of this. For example, they do not know the correct information, they do not want you to know the correct information, and they can get benefit from the entering the wrong information. Last but not least, the cause of the data inaccuracies is coming from the system problems. Systems are too often blamed for mistakes, when after investigation, the mistake turned out to be the result of a human error. Computer systems have become enormously reliable over the years. However, database errors do occur because of the system problem when the extraction systems are not properly designed. Inaccurate data creation can be a result of mistake, can result from a flawed data entry processes, can be deliberate, or can be the reason of system errors.
Quality issues in management of digital information is inconsistency format. Inconsistent formatting can fix seemingly stable document into chaos. Format can be changed anytime since everyone can access it on some website. Many systems have the same category but are stored in many ways. It can be a mistake in it. Data consistency is caused by data redundancy. If the inconsistency is caused by migrating database from another location or installation without using unloaded, you might destroy the database and recreate it with credit and depopulate it with unloaded software. It will be applicable when the duplicate data exists in different formats in multiple tables.
The majority of data quality concerns are caused by human error. Employees may accidentally enter typos into the system during the course of the day, whether due to distraction, misunderstanding, or simple mistyping that introducing inaccuracy into the system. Employees may also fail to follow company data entry requirements, resulting in compliance or completeness problems. Alternatively, many employees may record data for the same person or company, but enter it in various ways, resulting in duplicates, or in other words, a uniqueness issue. If you have data entered by customers, prospects, or other outside of your company, they can also be the cause of the issues. If you use lead forms, for example, a potential customer may misinterpret the objective of a field, enter their information differently than the first time they fill out a lead form, and so on. The only way to keep this from happening is to reduce human effort as much as possible. We live in a world where artificial intelligence (AI) makes automation more possible every day. Rather than having employees write out cost reports, have them use virtual wallets which automatically log all expense, transactions, and direct purchases. Also, instead of utilizing several offshore analysts to analyze and move data between systems, using AI-based systems and advanced algorithms will ensure that human errors is minimized.
Quality issue in the management of digital information is duplicate data. This often comes about as the result of process and multiply systems that record the same information. This causes more and more data information that has been stored and recorded in digital information. Second is having a multiple copies of the same information. Having a multiple copies at the same time makes user having a hard time too. This is because having a multiple copies will increase the storage or restrict a storage in digital information. Some information did not need a multiple copies that make a lot of information. It will make the user hard to understand about the information that they record. Other than that, having a multiple entries in system with different detail is another quality issue in the management of digital information. This could make user receiving several data with different detail, which can annoy user and lead to wasted time. Lastly is inaccurate reporting in information in data. As we have to make sure that the data we record and collect is accurate, complete, and duplicate-free. Cluttering up our database with poor quality data will impact management in digital information.
Multiple units and languages. Each country has their own way of expressing measurements. If data with two different unit measurements or currencies are added together, this can create incorrect figures. Similarly, dealing with data stored in multiple languages can also create difficulties if the analytics tools don't recognize it or know how to translate it. Even special characters, such as umlauts and accents, can wreak havoc if system is not configured for them. Server data obviously deals with multiple different languages and measurements. Make sure your analytics partner's algorithms are trained to deal with this complication. Currencies should also be converted into one before making any type of calculation.
1.0 conclusion. In the modernization era, information has become the fourth most important needs in our life, and our country cannot afford to fall behind in this rapidly changing world. Quality issue is increasingly entailed by the creation of a work in any medium. The information that technologies enable to be created, altered, disseminated, located, and stored in with increasingly case information will quickly become unavailable unless preservation measures are actively applied.